Good morning. It's Metaphorical Wednesday. That's not the new title. It's always potpourri. But today, some things happened in the last couple days that just were really metaphorical to me, and I thought I'd share them with you. Welcome to Grant's Sound Advice. 5 days a week of whatever comes off the top of my head for the most part. But Mondays, I concentrate on getting the week started, Friday, the week ending, Tuesdays, about technology, and usually how to get voiceover, how to get started in voiceover, Wednesdays, potpourri, whatever comes up, and Thursday, things and ideas of what voice artists can do for you. Today, we're back to potpourri and metaphorical Wednesday. It's not as like metaphorical Monday would have been a better iteration. Oh well. So this week, Sunday, I was outside cutting wood, stacking wood, and generally hot in the light shirt that I was wearing to work. It was a long sleeve shirt. It was a nice breeze, but I was warm, and I came this close to opening up the windows in the house because it was over 65. Monday, we had a snowstorm. So here's the metaphorical part. I've got a beautiful magnolia tree beside my house, and this is about what it looked like. Now, this is yesterday afternoon after the snow melted, but this is the tree. I couldn't find a picture from last fall, so this is close enough. I'm 6 foot tall. I've got the limbs cut up probably about 6 foot 6, maybe 7 foot in most places, so that I can walk under the tree. I don't want to be hassling with ducking and stuff like that. So all these limbs are 6 feet and more off the ground. Monday, way early morning, we had a snowstorm. And the snowstorm was this really heavy, wet snow. So here's the metaphorical part. You know, life's going along with the normal pitfalls and travails that we have here and there. And then some stuff happens, some stress comes into our life, some things weigh us down. And like this tree, you could see it bending badly. I mean, well, you can see that I had limbs touching the ground. Now, think of those limbs. Some of those are 20, probably 20, a good 20 feet out. And that limb bent far enough to hit the ground. Now, when I've put pressure on those limbs, I feel like I'm going to break them. And, I don't pull them too hard. But the weight of that snow pulled that all the way to the ground. And I don't know about you. In fact, I don't know anybody that has never had this feeling of being totally weighted down and just, I'm sure the tree was, if the tree can think, it was probably thinking, what did I do to deserve this? I'm just sitting out here in the yard being beautiful, and this happens. And yet, with some obvious stress points, the tree is absolutely gorgeous in this picture. It's really nice. So how many times do we look at someone and we see a little stress and yet they're still beautiful? So remember that to someone, even in the stressful situation you're in, you're still beautiful to someone. Well, as you might guess, things got worse, and although it got warm and the sun came out and melted a lot, some of the limbs took a hit. So it did break. It did break. And yeah, sometimes we break down, we have too much and we can't handle it anymore. Well, first of all, remember that there are people to help. You'd be amazed what your friends will do if you give them the opportunity. And it's just one of those things that you have to reach out, almost like the tree limb, right? Reach out for that help. And so what I'd like to remind you is that yesterday, once it warmed up and the tree had time to recover, we were back to this. And this morning it looks pretty normal, except for the couple limbs on the ground. But sometimes we need to shed some things in our life that are we don't need. And boy, I tell you what, I moved into this house 2 years ago and I accumulated stuff and I keep accumulating stuff. And a friend of mine and I were talking the other day about just getting rid of stuff. And I know why I have it. And yet, part of me is saying, you need to get rid of some of this stuff. So anyhow, recover. Life will get you down. Life will bend your branches. Life will make you feel like you have got it. Remember, there is help. Remember, there are people that love you. Remember to reach out. Remember to make a phone call if you're feeling that way, because someone is willing to help you. Metaphorical Wednesday. I hope this gave you a little bit to think about. And in life, we're all going to look like this tree. We may be beautiful for a little while and get a little bit stressed and break down. And I'm going to leave you with this because I think it's an absolutely stunningly gorgeous picture. And happy Wednesday.